안녕하세요. So today we will be talking about the Korean culture. So Korean wave or Hallyu is truly influential nowadays, not just in Korea but also in the whole world. South Korea is the most homogeneous country in the world, in which it has its own culture, influence, and customs. And today we will be learning about the basics of Korea. So let's get started.
The world's oldest living languages, and its origin are as obscure as its origin of Korean people. 19th century Western scholar proposed a number of peers that named the Korean languages, including Japanese, Chinese, and other languages. Korean is most likely a distant relative of the Ural-Atlantic family of languages, which include such diverse languages as Mongolian, Finnish, and Hungarian. Basically, Korean is unrelated to Chinese to similar degree, but distinct from Japanese. Trivia: Korean language from before to now is really different from the diction, words, and etc. You'll know the difference.
1446, Kim Sejong created the first Korean alphabet, was proclaimed under the original name Hammingjongam, which literally meant the Korean sounds for the instructions of the people. During his reign, Kim Sejong understood the frustration of the common people of not being able to read and write because of the complicated Chinese characters. He felt great sympathy for them, so he immediately searched for solutions and came up with a set of letters that was uniquely Korean and easily learnable, rendering it accessible and usable for the common people. Because of its simplicity and the rather small numbers of the letters, Hangul is very easy to learn even by the children and foreigners. Throughout history, Hangul has been at the root of the Korean culture, helping to preserve its national identity and independence.
Since the 20th century, North Korea has been split into North Korean and South Korean states, resulting in a cultural differences. But we will mainly focus on the South Korean culture. Here we have some of the common norms of the Korean people. Number one is the confusion of negative statements. In English, you can answer the questions, "Are you Korean?" and "Aren't you Korean?" in the same way. You can just say no. But in Korean, you have to pay attention whether the question is positive or negative. If it is negative, your answer will be the opposite of what you're used to in English. That's because the Korean yes or no is mainly used for agreement and disagreement of sentences. For example, in Korean, if you're asked, "Aren't you cold?" and you are to agree to the statement, you would say yes, which indicates that you are not cold. However, in English, if you're asked, "Aren't you cold?" and you say yes, it means that you are cold. So as a conclusion, you say yes in English when you know it's true, and yes in Korean, which means that you agree with the other person. Next is the age system. So in Korea, newborn babies are considered 1 year old at birth. That is why Korean age is often 1 year ahead of other nationals. Next is the naming conventions. Koreans often add ya or in their names when calling them. For example, my name is Eunjae. So a Korean may call me Eunjae, which can be translated as "Hey, Eunjae." But this is often considered rude, especially when meeting Koreans for the first time, or you're not close enough to the person. Calling a Korean this way is very informal and is not used when calling someone of higher age or status than you. If you want to be polite, you can add she to their names. For example, my name is Kim Mi-young. So the polite way of addressing me is Kim Mi-young Shi, which means Miss Kim Mi-young.
South Korean communication pattern is generally indirect and quite verbose. They tend to rely less on words, but are attentive to speaker's posture, expression, and tone of voice to draw meaning. The purpose of this is to maintain harmony throughout the conversation and prevent a loss of face on either end of the exchange. For the verbal communication, here are some of the common scenarios: refusals, laughter, and silence.
For non-verbal communication, here are some of the useful gestures and behavior that you might guys see Koreans do. First is smiling, second is physical contact, third is pointing, fourth is eye contact, and hands, and the last is social media.
저기요,
왜?
화장실이 어디예요?
여기 시 앞에.
고마워요.
Kasi, 지금 아침에요. 네, 지금 아침. 이까야, 뭐하냐? 없어요? 왜?
아빠요? 괜찮아요.
네, 걱정하지 마. 괜찮아요.
진짜요?
아니요?
So Korea of today is truly fascinating place whose ancient and history blend harmoniously with its modern cities. They embark on a search for the essence of their culture, which commonly expresses itself as hostility to foreign influences. South Korea is very interesting and fun society, not just because of K-pop, K-drama, and K-beauty, but because of its unique and beautiful country and culture. So again, we are Team Korea!
Style, or you are not close enough with the person. Calling a Korean this way is very informal, and it is not used when
Panindigan niya yan, ah.
저기요. 왜?
Influential nowadays. It is not just...
Korean is one. So,
With that,